How do you trust your dreams after life broke your heart? That was a question I received recently. And I started to think that, there's a special kind of grief that doesn't come from death. It comes from disappointment, right? So from the dream that didn't work out, or the person who promised forever but left halfway through, the version of you that believed life would turn out differently. And when that kind of heartbreak hits, it's not just your heart that breaks, it's your hope too. Because you stop trusting life, you stop trusting people, and worst of all, you stop trusting yourself. Listen, I am speaking from experience, real experience that I can laugh about now, but I remember the first time I realized I no longer trusted my own dreams. I had big plans once, bold ones. But when everything fell apart, dreaming started to feel like self-sabotage. I began seeing myself as fruitless. And not only did I see myself that way, I started saying it out loud. I remember sobbing, tears rolling down my face, doing the ugly cry, because my heart was so tormented. It was so broken. And maybe you felt that too. Maybe you tell yourself you're just being realistic, but really you're protecting yourself from getting hurt again. And that's common. It's okay. Maybe you stop visualizing a better life, or you stop praying the same way. You even stop speaking your dreams out loud because silence feels safer than disappointment. Can you relate to that? Because I can. And slowly, you start living on autopilot. You're just surviving instead of believing. You plan less and expect less. You want less. And that becomes your norm, your everyday. That's what heartbreak does. It convinces you that safety is better than hope. That is so good. That safety is better than hope. But when life breaks your heart, you start to think you misjudged everything. The signs, the timing, the people, even your own intuition. That's why you stop trusting yourself. You start asking how, the how question. How could I have been so wrong about that, about them? How did I not see it coming? How do I keep ending up here? How on earth? Why? And that's the part that many people don't talk about. That after heartbreak, it's not just your heart that's wounded. It's not. It's your confidence in your own discernment. But here's another truth that I want you to remember. Your intuition wasn't wrong. Your experience was real. You believed because you were brave enough to hope. And that bravery still lives in you. It's in here, even if it's buried under the rubble. The key is relearning to dream again. So how do you trust your dreams again after life broke your heart? The $1 million question. It starts with that question. Not what do I want, but who am I becoming because of what I survived? Oh my. That question may sound hard at first, but it becomes easier to answer when you understand that dreaming after disappointment isn't about chasing what was lost. It is not. It's about redefining what still feels true. That is so good. And that takes gentleness and faith and time. That takes time. Because healing doesn't restore the old dream. It reveals the new one. The one that's aligned with your wisdom now in this present moment. The one you can build without betraying yourself this time. But I want you to make it a measurable shift, because all of that sounds good. But how do you make this goal measurable or real? Well, the first thing that I want you to do is to take a small, measurable step. So name one dream you buried something you stopped believing in after things fell apart. It might be love or peace. It might be the courage to start again. And then ask yourself, what version of that dream still fits me now in this present moment? And maybe you don't want the same thing. That's okay. But the desire underneath is still sound and I would say somewhat sacred. And then next, take one micro step this week. It could be journaling the dream again, signing up for a class, speaking it out loud to someone you trust, writing a prayer, even if your faith still feels a little fragile. And lastly, measure it. And you do that by tracking the shift in your language. So notice when your inner voice, right? We all have one, says, why bother versus what if? That's so good. Because that's how you'll know your healing is working. When your possibility starts whispering louder than your pain. But I want to have a heart-to-heart moment with you, and I want you to remember this. Remember that trusting again doesn't mean pretending you're not scared, right? It means being scared and showing up anyway. It means saying, I've been broken, but I still believe something beautiful can come from this. Something beautiful can come from me. Because your heartbreak wasn't proof that you failed. It was proof that you tried. You risk believing in something bigger than your fear. And that's the very same faith you'll need to dream again. So don't rush the process. Just take the next right step. Just do that. Because rebuilding trust in yourself or life or in love isn't one big leap. It's not. It's a series of small, sacred steps. So remember that, okay? And something else that I want you to know. Every time you choose to dream again, you're choosing resurrection. You're choosing to live. You're choosing to tell your pain, you can shape me somewhat, but you can't stop me. You can't control me. And maybe the dream won't look like it did before. So the dream you once had may look different, but it'll fit who you are now. And that version of the dream, the one born after your breaking, is always the most real, the most authentic, the most rooted, and the most you. So if life broke your heart, my friend, don't let it steal your ability to believe in beauty again. Because even after heartbreak, your dreams are still waiting. They're still there. Not for perfection, but for permission. But that permission that your dreams need starts with you. I love you and God loves you. Yes, you are enough. And there is absolutely nothing or no one on this earth that can change that. Remember that too. Okay, I am Katie Gates, and this is the place where I help women like you and me become the best people that we can be. If that is your vibe, subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I drop a new hot video like this. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.